Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brittany Jeffers.
And I'm Andy Sirota. Let's get right over to meteorologist Caroline Brown.
That's right. We have the chance for thunderstorms, especially as we head over the afternoon. In fact, just within the last hour, you can see some of these showers starting to form around the I-10 corridor. Right now, everything light to moderate. But as we head through the next few hours, these are going to have the potential of strengthening. You can see we've got those showers from Columbus over towards Katy, inside the loop, and even up into Liberty County. So far, everything behaving and continuing to drift to the north. But once we go through the next few hours, this is when we'll see that severe weather threat. It's going to be highest to areas north and east of Houston, but everybody could see a quick, heavy downpour or frequent lightning strikes. Future Track will show those storms really starting to ramp up between 2 and 3 o'clock as a cold front advances its way towards the coast. By 7 o'clock tonight, things will start to taper down, but we're not in the clear just yet. In fact, we're going to continue to see shower and storm chances as we head through the day on Thursday and especially into the day Friday, lingering into our Mother's Day weekend. Andy, Brittany will have much more on that full storm timeline coming up.
Chances for some rain, Caroline.
We are watching rain chances as a cold front moves in. This will slightly lower temperatures, which is good, but it is going to bring with it rain chances, and we're actually going to see them linger into Mother's Day weekend. Storm Tracker 2 radar, you can see we've got that cold front draping just to the north of Austin. Along with it, we've got some showers and thunderstorms to talk about, but so far here in southeast Texas, mainly going to be just showers. In fact, you can see right now popping up across the area, we've got these little downpours from the Woodlands out towards Spring, Huntsville as well. Most of this activity has been to the north of I-10, and they're going to have the highest chance of rain as we head through the rest of the afternoon as well. You can see these showers not too widespread, just drifting to the north, but we will see the possibility of some of these showers beginning to strengthen. I do want to say our timeline here has shifted. Previously, we were expecting a low pressure system to move into the area, mainly impacting us on Thursday. That would make Thursday our wettest day. Now it looks like the low starts to push into Texas on Friday, which means Friday into Saturday tends to bring the most storm activity. Let me show you what that looks like on our future track. You'll notice that cold front draping overhead. This is going to bring with it shower chances through the day on Thursday, on and off chances, certainly not going to be a washout. Most of us just dodging rain showers. And then as we head into Friday, this is when we'll start to see the potential for heavier thunderstorms. I think the highest likelihood is going to be Friday afternoon into the evening. You can see at 6 o'clock, some of those thunderstorms up towards Dallas, but also down towards Corpus, continuing to push in with another round moving through on Saturday. Saturday on and off through the day, you'll start to see those downpours. 11 a.m., the possibility of some showers, and watch as we head to Saturday night. 4 o'clock, this is showing the potential of a heavier line of storms rolling through as we go Saturday night into Sunday. That means any Saturday plans, have a backup option, have that outdoor tent ready because it can be a bit soggy. In fact, both on Friday and Saturday, we will have the possibility of some heavy downpours that could lead to street flooding. Widespread, about 1 to 2 inches, but isolated spots could see higher accumulations. So for our Mother's Day weekend, you're going to notice Saturday is going to be the soggier day of the two. Sunday does look to dry out a bit, but it's still going to be warm, humid, high temperatures sitting in the mid-80s. Let's talk about that extended forecast because it's certainly looking a lot more like summertime. That cold front going to bring a brief cool down. You can see Thursday and Friday highs going from the mid-80s to the mid and upper 70s. Lows going to drop back into the 60s, but that's it. Temperatures going to be right back into the 80s as we go into next week as well. So Andy, Brittany, certainly feeling and looking a lot like summertime.
It most certainly is, Carol.
That's right. In fact, over the last 30 minutes, we've been seeing shower activity greatly increase, but I do want to stress right now it's just showers. We saw some sprinkles earlier at the station, and right now we're starting to see some light to moderate downpours. You'll you'll notice very small. They're not going to last very long, and they are continuing to drift to the north, which means flooding really isn't going to be a concern here. You can see we've got those showers pushing up towards Cleveland, Conroe, also way up to the north, Huntsville, over towards Lake Livingston. Certainly seeing more widespread shower activity here. These do have the possibility of pulsing and becoming stronger, meaning an isolated thunderstorm not out of the question, especially because all of these showers, they're prefrontal. You can see our cold front. It's racing its way across the state, and that's going to help provide a lot of lift, which is a critical ingredient when it comes to thunderstorm development. Not only is it going to help guide thunderstorms, but also it's going to bring a pretty good temperature drop. Right now, we're 80 here in Houston. Austin, 66 degrees. Not only does it come with a temperature drop, but also a huge drop in humidity. Over the last few days, we've been watching our humidity climb. Right now, dew points in the 70s. It's soupy, it's muggy, but once that front makes it here, we should see the dew points drop. The concern, though, is that if it stalls out, not everybody is going to see that big drop in humidity. Planning forecast is going to show rain chances most likely from now through 6 p.m. with most showers starting to taper off around sunset, and then we're in for a pretty mild evening ahead. In fact, temperatures a bit cooler tomorrow and Friday thanks to that cold front, but you'll notice rain chances not going anywhere. Brittany, Andy, I've got much more on those storm chances coming up.
All right, Caroline.
It is so humid outside. I think it is gross. And I want to show you the Southwest Freeway camera because you can see it. That haze, it looks like it would be gross. We say air you can wear when it's so humid, and it's really just draped across the city. In fact, usually we've got a spectacular view of downtown, not today. We are also tracking the potential for some showers and thunderstorms, and we're already seeing showers coverage starting to ramp up across southeast Texas, especially for our friends north of I-10. You can see all of these showers starting to blossom. In fact, we've got those showers all the way from Katy up through Cypress, Tomball, dealing with a few of those downpours. Thankfully, all of these extremely brief. It's one of those where if it starts to pour and you're at the grocery store, you can even just wait about 5 minutes to go to your car, and more than likely this shower will have passed by. We're continuing to track those showers in northern Liberty County and up between Lake Conroe and Lake Livingston. Most of these light to moderate, but at times it can be a bit heavy, especially as we go over the next few hours. These are going to have the possibility of intensifying. I'm talking a heavier downpour and the threat for frequent lightning strikes. In fact, once we get to 2, 3 p.m., that's when it's expected to ramp up. As that front advances towards the coast, we'll start to see things quiet out. By 7 o'clock, not expecting any issues, but for your afternoon pickup, I would plan on a bit of extra time just in case you get caught up in a downpour. Now, timeline for tomorrow has been shifting just a tad. Yesterday, it looked like Thursday was going to be the wetter of the 2 days. Now that low pressure system has slowed down, and that's going to cause Friday to be the more soggy of the 2 days, which means for our Thursday, because this is a front we're tracking, temperatures slightly cooler, still going to keep a 20% chance of showers, but Friday is the day that storms are going to be more likely. In fact, both Friday and Saturday, we are dealing with a flood threat. Let me show you that future track. You can see this is the cold front passing through, bringing with it our shower chances today. Tomorrow's going to be cooler, cloudier. We're going to be dealing with a few scattered showers, but then into Friday, storm chances will start to ramp up, especially in the afternoon and evening. Saturday, it looks like we are going to see the possibility of some heavier thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. 4 o'clock, you can see storms rolling through Houston, impacting us by 8. So Saturday, if you've got Saturday afternoon and evening plans, have a backup indoor option. Rainfall forecast is going to show widespread 1 to 2 inches, but isolated spots could see even higher accumulations, especially with that line of storms Saturday afternoon. So do stay weather aware this weekend. Thankfully, it looks like we dry out slightly for our Mother's Day, a 20% chance of showers with a high temperature of 86 degrees. Brittany, Andy, if it was me, I would have an...
Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota. Caroline, we've already been seeing some showers.
Thankfully, most of it just light rain showers out there, but we are tracking a cold front sliding into the area. This is increasing storm chances through the afternoon. You can see just to our east, we've got a tornado watch for our friends out there in Louisiana, but here in Southeast Texas, so far, we're only seeing some scattered light rain showers. Storm Tracker 2 radar, you can see out by the Grand Parkway near Tomball there, dealing with a few of those rain showers. If we put our radar in motion over the last hour, these showers not particularly heavy, but it certainly is possible as we go through the next few hours as that front continues to pass through. You can see an isolated storm or a heavy downpour. That's because the front is pushing through. And by the way, that cold front does have cooler air behind it. Take a look at temperatures, 85 to 86 around the Houston area, but Bryan 77, Waco 60 degrees. As for dew point, or the measure of moisture in our atmosphere, it is soupy and muggy here in Houston, but out in Waco and Austin, they're already seeing humidity values fall. That means as we go into the day tomorrow, conditions are going to be less humid, but we're going to keep those rain chances sticking around. Planning forecast for us here in Houston, we're going to continue to see shower and thunderstorm chances from now through 7 p.m. By 8 o'clock, only a 20% chance of a lingering shower, and then we're going to be mostly dry and mild through the overnight period. But let me tell you, you're going to want to keep that umbrella handy because as we head through the next few days, Thursday, cloudy, cooler, a 20% chance of scattered showers. Friday, thunderstorms are going to be likely, a 40% chance. And as we head into Saturday, this is when we're going to see widespread thunderstorm chances and even a low flooding threat. Andy, I'll have much more on our weekend storm timeline coming up.
A few sprinkles out there earlier.
And you know what? Really, a few sprinkles is all we've been seeing across Southeast Texas. So far, this front really hasn't been able to produce thunderstorms. Let me show you what that looks like. You can see the cold front pushing its way across Southeast Texas right now, just bringing sprinkles here. But look at our friends in Louisiana. That big red box, that is a tornado watch, and they've got several strong thunderstorms. But for us in Southeast Texas, so far, really just going to be light rain showers. In fact, a closer look is going to show you we've got those showers from Brookshire up through Cypress, Tomball, the Woodlands. If we put our radar in motion over the last hour, you can see movement just slightly to the northeast. So far, nothing is even producing lightning strikes here in the Houston area. Now, we are expecting this line of showers to continue to drape its way to the south and the east, but for most of us, we're not going to see anything heavier than a light rain shower or a light sprinkle. By 5 o'clock, you can see those showers starting to impact areas south of I-10. So for travel today, I don't think it's out of the question. You could see a brief shower on your evening commute home, but I don't think it should have any major impacts. You'll notice once we get towards 10 p.m. tonight, all of the rain has pushed offshore, but by tomorrow morning, we're still going to be tracking the possibility of some light rain showers, especially for our far coastal communities. As we head through the day on Thursday, scattered showers certainly going to be possible, not expecting anything too heavy. Forecast accumulations likely going to be 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch at most. Now, as we head into the day on Friday, rain chances will start to ramp up, but primarily for Friday night, which means no problems to start off your Friday. It's not going to be until Friday afternoon that we'll start to see rain chances ramp up, which means through the rest of the day today and tomorrow, just light rain. Friday is when we're going to see those thunderstorms chances likely. And you'll notice temperatures are going to be slightly cooler. That's after our cold front passes through today. Future Track shows our cold front exiting the coastline tonight with scattered showers through the day on Thursday. Once we get towards Friday evening, this is when we'll start to see thunderstorm possibilities, not just Friday afternoon, but I think Saturday afternoon is also going to be rather busy. In fact, 4 o'clock, you'll start to to see thunderstorms ramping up across Houston, continuing into Saturday night before we dry out slightly for Sunday. Our allergy report is keeping most of it in the moderate category, and you'll notice our extended forecast shows Mother's Day warm, humid, a 20% chance of rain showers. So Andy, I would recommend an inside reservation for Mom.
All right, Caroline, thank you.
And how's it looking out there, Caroline?
I'll tell you what, most of us are going to be dry, but we are tracking a few of those showers. You'll notice Storm Tracker 2 radar. We've got two main showers we're watching. The first one is pushing north along the North Freeway there between Bush Intercontinental Airport and the Woodlands. Neither of these producing any lightning. Also tracking a heavy downpour in far north central Liberty County. This is also capable of producing lightning, but for now, they're just going to be light to moderate rain showers. These showers are associated with a cold front, and let me tell you what, it actually does have some cooler air behind it. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid to upper 80s here in Houston, but in Waco, 63, 73 in Austin. It's not just a drop in temperatures we're waiting for. It's also going to be a drop in humidity. You can already see Waco, Austin, Bryan College Station starting to see the humidity levels lower. But until that gets here, the rest of us, it is just going to be a sticky night ahead. You'll notice our hour-by-hour forecast here in Houston. We're going to keep a 20% chance of showers from now through about 8 p.m. And then for the rest of the evening, just going to be mild and muggy. That's until tomorrow morning when we're going to start to see scattered showers possible and slightly cooler weather. Temperatures only reaching the upper 80s on Thursday, but rain chances start to really ramp up Friday and Saturday. Lisa, Joel, I've got much more on that storm timeline coming up.
All right, thanks, Carol.
Muggy out there,
Yes.
but cold front coming tonight?
Cold front coming tonight. I think it's going to disappoint a lot of Houstonians.
Okay.
Because it's not going to bring a significant amount of rain or a significant cool down. But I still do want to talk about it because it is going to bring some rain chances and a gentle cool down. The main difference is instead of 70s, I'm still talking close to 80 degrees. So a subtle cool down, but you know what? We'll take it. Satellite and radar showing that cold front advancing across the state. You'll notice here in Houston, not seeing a tremendous amount of activity, but we do have a tornado watch out across Louisiana. They've already seen several warnings. Here in Southeast Texas, though, we're really just dealing with rain showers. You can see on our Storm Tracker 2 radar, we've got a shower up near Spring. And if we put this in motion over the last hour, that shower continuing to drift its way to the north because it's continuing to move. We're not even dealing with a flood threat with this. It is possible we could see an isolated thunderstorm as we head through the next several hours. But for most of us, it's just an isolated sprinkle that we're going to be keeping an eye on. Future Track will show those showers continuing to push towards the coast as we head towards this evening. 7 o'clock, most of our activity south of Houston. Still mainly expecting light to moderate rain showers. And then through the overnight period, it's going to be cloudy with scattered light rain possible. In fact, starting off our Thursday, no problems for that morning commute. You can see maybe a few light rain showers closer to the coast. And then through the day on Thursday, at times you may be seeing some light rain showers, not expecting anything too heavy. Primarily just going to be on the cloudy side, but also cooler. Highs tomorrow, upper 70s, lower 80s. Most of the day on Friday is also going to be on the quiet side, but once we get to Friday night, that's when we're going to start to see our storm chances ramp up, and that's going to linger into the day on Saturday. In fact, right now, we're tracking a flash flood risk for Friday. Currently, it's considered a level 2 on a scale of 4, which means street flooding going to be our primary concern. Any driving late Friday night, plan for extra time on the roads. Future Track will show our chances for showers between now and Thursday, with most of the day on Friday being quiet before we'll start to see thunderstorms, especially in our far northern counties Friday night. And then as we head Saturday afternoon, once again, another round of storms going to be pushing through. That means any Saturday afternoon and evening plans opt for the inside option. Storm chances just entirely too high. Here's the good news. As we look ahead to Mother's Day,
We're off with the weather.
Yes.
Humid day.
I can tell.
Yeah, and there's meteorologist Caroline Brown to fill us in on the cold front we're expecting here, Caroline.
it's coming, but for now it just, if it's murky outside, in fact, if I take a step to the side, you can see downtown not visible. It's hazy, it's humid outside. It's one of those days where it really is kind of gross, for lack of a better word. Storm Tracker 2 radar, you can see we've got some scattered light rain showers. That's going to be in far northern Liberty County and a few down in Brazoria County, but most of us, we are seeing just quiet, humid conditions. That cold front is continuing to advance its way to the south and the east. As it does, you're going to notice a wind shift, slightly cooler temperatures, but also with it, lower humidity once that front has passed through. But until then, we're just dealing with that high humidity and heat. In fact, right now, 86 degrees in Houston. I want to show you some locations already starting to see a cool down. Crockett 73, Bryan 73, Waco 60 degrees. So that's the cool air that's slowly pushing in. Not only is it cooler, but it's also drier, meaning low humidity values. This means even though it's muggy now, we've got some lower humidity coming. Planning forecast is going to show temperatures tonight dropping into the lower 70s by tomorrow morning. You will start to notice an increase in cloud cover. I'm not expecting the clouds to go anywhere. In fact, as we go over the next 3 days, cloud cover sticking around, and then rain chances start to ramp up. Most of the day Thursday and Friday are dry, but once we get to Friday evening, storm chances heavily ramp up. Those are going to linger for the day on Saturday with a flood threat, but Lisa, Joel, much more on our wet weekend.
What do you like for it?
Well, and I think a lot of people are trying to make those concrete Mother's Day plans, and it's tough because the weather's kind of been wishy-washy. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very summery. Think mid-80s, maybe a slight shower, high humidity. Because of that, I'm saying inside reservation, keep mom comfortable.
Certainly.
However, I don't think you have to stray away from outdoor activities. Just know it's going to be hot, so I'd aim for morning time. Let's talk about what's happening right now, because we are tracking a cold front sliding its way across southeast Texas. Right now, we've got a tornado watch across central Louisiana. Here in Houston, though, we are having a hard time seeing any thunderstorms getting started. In fact, so far, it's really only been light rain showers. In fact, you'll notice a few of those on the north side of town. We have to really zoom in for you to actually see them. Just to the southeast of Woodlock, that's where we have one downpour there. And if we put this in motion, you'll notice those showers continuing to drift to the north. None of these are particularly heavy. However, a brief shower or sprinkle, not out of the question. This is going to be a similar trend as we go through the next few hours. These showers slowly drifting their way closer towards the coast by 7 o'clock. Most of that activity south of I-10, continuing to race off into the Gulf by early Thursday. In fact, starting off our day tomorrow, I do think it's possible for our coastal locations that you can see some light rain showers. Most of us, though, starting off on the dry side. We'll start to see some scattered rain showers through the day, but nothing particularly heavy. That means Thursday, most of us just dealing with the cloud cover. Friday is going to be a similar story. Temperature is going to be topping out in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Mostly cloudy skies with an isolated shower possible. But then as we head Friday night, that's when our storm chances really ramp up. In fact, it's going to be staying with us Friday night and through the day on Saturday. Not only will we track the possibility of some thunderstorms, but the Weather Prediction Center has put us under a flood risk both for Friday night and for Saturday. Friday is going to be a level 2 on a scale of 4, which means you need to plan on extra time for driving and know that flooded roadways is our primary concern. Future Track shows our cold front passing through this evening, leaving us cloudy with scattered showers through the day on Thursday. As we head through the day on Friday, most of the day will be mostly dry. Once we get to Friday night, that's when we're going to start to track thunderstorm chances, especially well to the north of Houston. That's where we have the highest storm threat as another system starts to slide in. As for our day on Saturday, we are putting a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially Saturday afternoon. You'll notice from 3 p.m. through 9 p.m., it looks extremely active. So if you have Saturday plans, use that that indoor option. You are not going to regret it. Mother's Day through the weekend. Saturday, it is warm with thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Sunday, a much more summery pattern. You can see on our extended forecast, we've got that slightly cooler air Thursday and Friday, lows in the 60s. And then as we head into next week, we're going to settle into a dry, warm pattern. Lisa, Joel.
All right, Caroline, thanks.